morning. Welcome to another program of Light and Life, coming to you from Melbourne, Channel 31. Lineup for today's program includes a discussion through the frontiers of science and technology, and a special Christmas program from Sri Lankan Elders Welfare Association, SEWA.
The Sri Lankan Elders Welfare Association, SEWA, an organization with the objectives of promoting the interests and welfare of expatriates from all walks of life, is a prime example of the success of multiculturalism in Australia. Formed in 1999, SEWA has now completed 15 years of serving the community. It was in April 1999 that a group of elders assembled in Melbourne to form the organization, which has gone from strength to strength. In addition to being the forum for social interaction, SEWA has organized many informative sessions covering various aspects of health, welfare, and many others. SEWA has also contributed and represented its members at many events, maintaining a high profile in the wider Australian community. The traditional SEWA Christmas function was held recently, and it was a tremendous success, and congratulations should go to its current president, Ranjit Wickramasinghe, and the present committee. Here are some of the highlights from that event.
Frontiers of Science and Technology, Bandu Disanayaka with Kingsley Bandu.
Kingsley, today let's talk about the latest developments in the field of medical science and the related technologies. Now, one of the reports I read recently states that researchers have invented a tiny wireless pacemaker. Isn't that going to be good news for heart patients?
Yes, Bandu, it is really good news. As you know, the conventional pacemakers are implanted through the chest.
Yes.
And it has electrical wires running through a vein into the heart.
Yeah.
And it is fairly a major surgery.
That's an invasive surgery.
Yes, but this tiny pacemaker is quite different. Because it is wireless, they say that it can be threaded through an artery in the groin and attached to the heart muscle.
Kingsley, how tiny is this device?
Well, according to the reports, Bandu, they say it is about the size of a large vitamin pill.
Right.
The thing is that the conventional pacemakers, Bandu, are dual chambered,
Right.
but this particular one is only for a single chamber of the heart. So therefore, it can't be used, I'm told, in all types of heart problems.
Right.
It is where a slow or irregular heart, where it causes dizziness, faint, people faint, and also shortness of breath.
Right. So in any case, it has to be further developed to be used practically. Is that right?
That's true. The thing is that the concept of a wireless pacemaker has been there for nearly 40 years.
Yeah.
So this is a good step in the right direction.
Right.
But until, of course, the cardiologists and the scientists have complete confidence that it can perform without any complications, it's a story which is worth following.
Yeah. And on the other hand, not only heart patients, but also there's some developments in the immunotherapy field is encouraging news for cancer patients too, isn't it?
Yes, that's another story. That's about immunotherapy, which is sometimes they call biological therapy or biotherapy. It is really stimulating your immune system in order for your natural defenses to act. As you know, the body, the immune system generates antibodies, which are really proteins, which attach itself to the bad cells. Like when you get a virus, the body produces these and either eliminates or neutralizes them. So immunotherapy basically is in the two forms of, it is using your natural antibodies and also where antibodies which are made in a lab, which is what they call monoclonal
Right.
antibodies.
Right. So not only that, Kingsley, I read a report in Nature, the journal Nature, that they have found a way of making artificial enzymes. All this time, people have thought that all these DNA, RNA, all they are naturally occurring molecules, but these scientists have managed to manufacture totally from scratch the new enzymes that can also be applied to treatment of cancer and so on. So, which is encouraging news.
Yes, so it is all encouraging news, Bandhu. And, coming back to this thing about immunotherapy, that a patient who has been suffering from pancreatic cancer, and he has been given chemotherapy for 3 years, and it has found that it was getting less and less effective, and also found that it was exhausting both emotionally and physically. And his doctor has recommended that he tries this new vaccine,
Right.
which is done in 2 stages, I'm told. That the first one is when the vaccine is given, it recognizes the pancreatic cancer cells. And then the second one generates the antibodies in order to fight the cell. Now, he's been treated with this, and the vaccine has to be given every 3 weeks. And so far, this guy has found that it is less of a trauma than having
Chemotherapy.
So it's all, it's...
So that's good news too if it is further developed. And also, Kingsley, nanotechnology, I'm told, is coming to the rescue of sufferers of bone trauma. right?
Yes, the bone trauma, caused by either through accidents or defects or even things like osteoporosis, is a problem. And right now, the type of treatment to repair the bones is grafting.
Right.
In other words, taking a bone from another part of your body and putting into the area which requires repair. Now, this can be very painful, and also you find that even the area to be repaired is fairly large, and also that a person doesn't have acceptable bone mass, then it poses problems. Now this one is where they have found a way of stimulating some stem cells which regenerate and enhances the capacity for the bone to grow.
Yeah.
But that's still, I understand that there are hurdles in this thing. But another part of the research is that they have found that coral and marine sponges
that's also
can be used for
organic
this.
matter.
Yes. So what they do is they use these coral and marine sponges to form or make a scaffold, a frame, which is attached onto the bone which has to be repaired, and stem cells are injected, and after a while the bone either grows into this or integrates with that, with the scaffolding. Again, I understand that it's still in the early stages, but it is good news for people who have problems and needs bone surgery.
Yep. Okay, Kingsley, now I've heard something about the boost in the immune system through another very social means. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes. Bandu, we have heard for a long time about the benefits of red wine.
Yeah.
And now researchers have found that there's a substance in the red wine which is anti-inflammatory and could solve or at least go towards solving cardiovascular problems. They have said that, the French people seem to be having a lot of fatty food, but they have very much less cardiovascular problems, and they attribute that to the fact that most of the French drink a lot of red wine. Apparently, this substance is what the plants generate in order to cure themselves or to rectify the problems when a plant gets when some sort of bacteria attacks it. So this is all very good news, and I told my wife when I read that I will start reducing my intake of scotch and stick to red wine.
Okay, Kingsley, so what we'll do now is let's wind this discussion and go and have a glass of wine.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Bandu.
Thank you, Kingsley.
That brings us to the end of today's program. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas. I'm Mihiri Disanayaka.